What exactly is going on with the Montreal Canadiens goaltending situation? Some commentators are calling it one of the most interesting storylines of the season. So joining us now on this and other news in sports is our sports analyst, Meeker Gary. Hi, Meeker.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing well, and very curious about this goaltending trifecta we've got going on here. So Sam Montembeault hasn't started a game since December 2nd. The team is rotating goalies. Can you break this down for us?
Well, it's a little complicated, Maya, because a lot of people thought that after seeing Jacob Fowler, the goaltender that was recalled from Laval, we would see probably Samuel Montembeault because he's the veteran goaltender on that team. But no, yesterday evening it was Jakub Dobesh in the goals, and he did great yesterday. But a lot of people are starting to think, are we going to have a trifecta? As you said, a lot of people are making jokes, obviously, with the triple because there are three goaltenders, and it can be complicated. What a lot of people don't understand, if you don't follow hockey regularly or in details, and you're an average fan, is that it's complicated to have three goaltenders because one, they don't play a lot when they're three, but also during the practices, during the training, what happens is that you only have two nets. So you have two goaltenders practicing, but if you have a third one, he'll have less time to practice, less time to play, and that can affect the morale, but also it can affect the involvement of the goaltender and how he can improve himself. So that's why it's a little complicated to have three goaltenders. That's why goaltending coaches don't like it. That's why goaltenders don't like it. And that's why a lot of people are asking, are we going to see Samuel Montembeault soon? I think we will.
Okay, well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. So on to other news from the NHL. Quinn Hughes has been traded from the Vancouver Canucks to the Minnesota Wild, and this is being described as one of the biggest trades in NHL history and the biggest ever for the Wild. I mean, I don't know if that's hyperbole or exaggeration. What do you think? I mean, is this that big a deal?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is that big a deal because Quinn Hughes is only 26 years old. He already won the Norris Trophy, given to the best defenseman in the National Hockey League. He's a generational talent. He's very dominant as the defenseman, and to see him traded out of Vancouver obviously raises a lot of questions about his future, because obviously he told the Canucks that he didn't want to re-sign with them. His contract is up in a year and a half or so. And a lot of people are speculating that he might want to play in New Jersey with his two other brothers, Jack and Luke Hughes. So to see the Minnesota Wild give pretty much four players and four top players for first picks in the draft, to see them get Quinn Hughes means that they want to sign him. But will he want to be back or not? And yes, Maya, it's probably the biggest acquisition for the Minnesota Wild in their history. So we'll see what gives in about a year and a half.
Okay. Moving from the NHL to the NFL, talk to us about Philip Rivers, because he's come out of retirement for the Indianapolis Colts. What's going on there?
You were talking about the hyperbole. I'm not sure if there's any stats. I was talking to someone yesterday on LDS, and we were wondering, is there a stat about the quarterback, not the oldest quarterback, but was there ever a grandfather as a quarterback in the NFL or as a player? Do we have that stat line somewhere? Because Philip Rivers, I know he's only 44 years old, but he already has 10 kids, and his older daughter had a kid this year. So he's now a grandfather.
He has 10
10
kids?
kids.
Wow.
And what makes a lot of people say, well, that's what having 10 kids at home will do to you. It makes you want to go back to the NFL and get pounded by 300-pound players on the line of scrimmage. But yeah, it's just an extraordinary story for Philip Rivers after 5 years outside of the fields.
Wow, that's an incredible story. And we'll have to leave it there because we're out of time. But just quickly, I will say the Kansas City Chiefs are out of the playoff picture for the first time in 11 years. We'll pick up that conversation next time we talk, Meeker. Thank you.
Yeah, we will, because it's the end of an era. Take care, Maya.
All right, bye.